He is retired on a fly ball, and you have two down, and Justin Guerrero to the plate here for Oakville. So we're in the bottom of one. Nothing much taking place while we're away. Nice to have you back with us, and once again, we do apologize for that difficulty. So this will be part two of our broadcast here from Semper Field. A little technical difficulty with the technical side of things, the software program. Pitches in there for the strike. We'll bring the scoreboard back when we get a chance. So Guerrero to the plate here for Oakville. He batted third in the lineup yesterday, had a base hit and an RBI. Oakville coming up on the losing end, obviously. Losing to Southington. And a well-played baseball game. Out on the mound is Steve Marinaro, and there's a ground ball hit to the shortstop. Jagella will field it, got it across the diamond to the long and lanky Will McDonald for the out, 6-3 if you score at home. So Oakville goes quietly, scoreless through one. We'll be back with more American Legion baseball in just a moment.
Is located down
President Roosevelt signs Bill of Rights.
I've always appreciated the American Legion.
My gratitude to the American Legion.
Thank you all of the American Legion.
Well, we have millions of veterans that are members of our organization. Thank you.
The American Legion, celebrating a legacy of service to America. Find out more at legion.org.
Hi, this is Michael Peterson. The American Legion Legacy Scholarship Fund is the fund created by the American Legion to help ensure a college education if your parent gave their life in service of our nation. The impact of that is immeasurable, and your donation is desperately needed. Please visit us at legion.org and join me in making a generous donation today.
The American Legion honors our newest generation of warriors and veterans. Please join us in supporting and recognizing their unique contributions and needs. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out more.
President Roosevelt signs Bill of Rights.
I've always appreciated the American Legion.
My gratitude to the American
Thank
Legion.
you all of the American Legion.
Well, we have millions of veterans that are members of our organization. Thank you.
The American Legion, celebrating a legacy of service.
All right, welcome right back. Nice to have you all back with us. We do appreciate, and leading things off is John Chatfield, the third baseman today for Naugatuck. Chatfield yesterday was hit by a pitch, so he reached base once. Officially, he was 0 for 2 at the plate. On deck is Derek Shapayo. He's the right fielder. We'll set the defense. Tirdo behind the plate, Beauty at the bag at first. DeFeo at the bag at second. Guerrero playing shortstop today for Oakville as that pitch is in for the strike. Robert Johnston playing at third. Max Chabot in left field. Jarrett Michaels in center. And Zach Madigan, Mackigan in right field defensively. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball is going to be hit down to the shortstop. Guerrero will field it and hustles a throw over to first to Beauty. Good strong throw. Chatfield is retired, 6-3.
Derek Sampaio.
And Sampaio stepping up to the plate. Sampaio yesterday batted 8th in the lineup. They've moved him up a bit here. He was 1 for 2 with a single back in the 5th inning of yesterday's game. So he has a base hit here in the tournament. Swings at the first pitch, rolls a ground ball down to Guerrero, and Guerrero throws it across the diamond, and Sampaio is retired, 6-3. Guerrero getting some action down there at second base. So you have two down.
Mark Nofri.
Here in the top of inning number 2, nobody on the base path. And Matt Nofri stepping up to the plate. Nofri playing left field. Did not play yesterday for Naugatuck. Another left-handed batter in the lineup facing Matt McGrath. Comes with the heat, and that's fouled straight back. So the count goes 0-1. Kerpis in the on-deck circle. McGrath spins one towards the plate, just missed outside. The count goes equal at 1 ball, 1 strike. McGrath likes the sign from the catcher, Tierdo, and the pitch is going to be lobbed into left field for a base hit. That is a 2-out single by Nofree, and good job by the number 8 hitter in the lineup, just going with that pitch. And I have a runner at the bag at first.
DJ Kerpus.
And it's going to bring up Kerpus, the center fielder. Kerpus yesterday batted twice, struck out twice, both times called out on strikes as he was overpowered. Matt McGrath looking in for the sign. Top of the order, and Jared Allen on deck, and the pitch in there for the strike call, a straight fastball. McGrath looking very comfortable. Has given up a couple of hits here today. Pitch a little high. Count goes 1 ball and 1 strike. McGrath, curveball down the dirt. Nice stop by Tierdo behind the plate. Had to go get it into that left-hander's batter's box. Here in the top of the second, McGrath checks a runner at the bag at first. Nofree not going anywhere. And that high fastball is fouled to the backstop. Count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. With 2 out and a runner at the bag at first. Here in the top of inning number 2. Losers bracket matchup here in the South Super Regional, presented by Connecticut American Legion Baseball. The runner goes, a pitch, swing and a miss, and a strikeout of Kerpus. That's a fastball for the strikeout. McGrath with his second strikeout of the ball game, and that will do it in the top of inning number 2. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We'll be back with the bottom of 2 right after this on SportingNewsCT.com. So stay with us.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
Realize how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before, and when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
All right, leading things off is Hayden Beauty, the cleanup hitter today for this Oakville team, and the pitch is in there for the strike. Nice pitch there by today's starting pitcher, Marinaro. Marinaro works quickly, and the offering just missed outside. The count goes 1 ball, 1 strike. Hayden Beauty yesterday 0 for 3 with a strikeout, grounded out twice to the third baseman. He likes to pull at the left. Pitch a little low, and the count goes 2 balls, 1 strike. Jared Michaels on deck. Marinaro on top the hill. Looks in for the sign. Jared Allen behind the plate. Will McDonald down at the bag at first. And that's a strike call as he spins it in. It levels the count at 2-2. Corey Plasky at second base. Derek Jagello at shortstop for Naugatuck, batted foul. John Chatfield playing third base for Naugie. Matt Nofree in left field. DJ Kerpus, the center fielder, and Derek Sampaio playing in right field today for Naugatuck. Naugatuck out of zone 5. They have won 6 state championships all time. There's a ground ball. Jagello will field it, and Got it over to first, and hustling down the line is Hayden Beauty.
Center fielder,
And he beat the throw. I don't think the foot came off the bag. We'll await the official word on that. What that will be ruled, but you got a runner on. What's the official ruling on that? Get base hit? Okay, they're going to go with a base hit. No foot came off the bag. The throw is on the money. That's just good hustle, as Jagello took an extra second to get that ball across the diamond, and Beauty legged it out. So to the plate is Michaels. He pops it up foul territory. The catcher with the mask off, and makes a nice catch on a tough ball to play. Tell you what, that is just some nice work by the catcher.
Third baseman, Robert Johnston.
So Michaels pops up to the catcher in foul territory. You have one down with a runner at first, and to the plate comes Robert Johnston. Johnston yesterday laid down a sacrifice bunt and hit a fly ball out, so he was 0 for 1, but that got his job done with the sacrifice bunt. Count quickly goes 0-1 as the pitch was fouled off. Matt McGrath, the pitcher today for Oakville, in the on-deck circle. Marinaro looking in for the sign. Twist and throw onto the bag at first, and the speedy Beauty gets back to the bag. Great hustle going down the line to pick up that single. Marinaro delivers. Pitch dipping in the strike zone. Slow roll. There could be trouble. First baseman couldn't get it. They go to second. Nothing there, and that's going to be an infield hit. Plasky had to field it. McDonald couldn't get it. And Johnson has a base hit. So you got 2 on with 1 out, and the ball hasn't left the infield yet. And it brings up Matt McGrath, who can help his own cause here today. That ball had some eyes on it. Wasn't hit all that hard. Under the glove of Allen, Plasky backing it up. But there was no play anywhere. McGrath will take strike 1. McGrath yesterday was the catcher. He did reach in an error, so he's 0 for 3 officially. From the stretch, Marinaro, and the pitch, and that's a swinging strike. Count 0-2. You got 2 on, 1 out. Runners at first and second. Beauty down at the bag at second. Johnston at the bag at first, with McGrath at the plate. Marinaro, the right-hander's fastball. No messing around there. Gets a strikeout, much needed. That's his first strikeout of the ball game. McGrath will go back to the dugout. Now you have 2 down. McGettigan now stepping up to the plate, the right fielder today for this Oakville team. 0 for 2 yesterday. Marinaro with 2 on and 2 out. Comes a slider, ball sliding away from the plate, breaking ball, as my good old friend Dick Radich used to call it. Anything that spins, call it a breaking ball. The pitch to Madigan, ground ball, charged by Jagello. This time he hurries the throw on the first to get McGettigan. 6-3, and the threat is over. No runs. You had a couple of hits. There were no errors, and 2 left on base. We'll be back with the top of inning number 3. Naugatuck and Oakville. It'll lose its bracket matchup, tied at 0.
I've always appreciated the American Legion.
My gratitude to the American
Thank
Legion.
you all of the American Legion.
We have millions of veterans that are members of our organization. Thank you.
The American Legion, celebrating a legacy of service to America. Find out more at Legion.
Hi, this is Michael Peterson. The American Legion Legacy Scholarship Fund is the fund created by the American Legion to help ensure a college education if your parent gave their life in service of our nation. The impact of that is immeasurable, and your donation is desperately needed. Please visit us at legion.org and join me in making a generous donation today.
The American Legion honors our newest generation of warriors and veterans. Please join us in supporting and recognizing their unique contributions and needs. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out more.
President Roosevelt signed the Bill of Rights.
I've always appreciated the American Legion.
My gratitude to the American
Thank
Legion.
you all of the American Legion.
We have millions of veterans that are members of our organization.
All right, welcome right back. Leading things off the top of the order for Naugatuck here in a scoreless game. We're into the top of the third. Out of town, West Hartford and Ellington in a losers bracket matchup, and it's Ellington beating West Hartford by the score of 2-0 early on that one. And Allen, who had a fly ball out to the right fielder his first time, will do it again as he swings at the first pitch, and you quickly have one down.
Corey Plasky.
Here on the top of the third, and it brings up Corey Plasky. Plasky called out on strikes his first plate appearance against Matt McGrath. McGrath looking in for the sign, and he's into the windup and the pitch. Batted foul. Naugatuck coming to the plate and is swinging the bat here. Here's your line score for Naugatuck: no runs, couple of hits, and no errors. They've left 3 on. For Oakville, no runs, 2 hits. They have committed an error here today. Into the windup, McGrath and the pitch. Curveball hitting the foul territory, fielded there by Hayden Beauty. Beauty at first, DiFio at second, Herrera at shortstop, Johnston at third for Oakville in the black jersey top, Chabot in left field, Michaels in center, again the right fielder today. McGrath on the hill, ready to deal to the catcher, and that ball is lobbed in the air, and Herrera leaps forward and makes a nice play, and you have 2 down. So Plasky just couldn't get it over the head of the athletic shortstop, Justin Guerrera, and you have 2 down.
McDonald.
Brings up Willie McDonald reaching an error by third baseman his first time, a throw that took the first baseman Beauty offline. So McGrath working with 2 out, nobody on. Peeks over the glove, into the twist with the leg kick, curveball. That missed ball 1. Outfield straight away. Michael's rather deep in center from our vantage point here. 1-0 pitch, popped up and out of play. And the count goes even at 1 ball, 1 strike here at the top of 3. More baseball coming your way at 4 o'clock today. Southington and Cheshire, both out of zone 3 in a winner's bracket matchup. 1-1 pitch, ground ball hit down to the third baseman. Good reach by Johnston, going to the shortstop hole and throws it across the diamond in time for the out. That's a nice play by Robert Johnston of Oakland defensively. 1, 2, 3 they go. Naugatuck, nothing on the wall for them. Oakville coming to the plate here in the bottom of the third on SportingNewsCT.com.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
All right, welcome right back. And
Andy Tirdo.
Good look at the catcher coming up to the plate here. Number 9 hitter in the lineup for Oakville today in the bottom of the third. Andy Tirdo to the plate. So Tirdo to face a young man who's pitching very well thus far, Steve Marinaro. The first pitch is ball 1. In the bottom of the third, still scoreless, each team with 2 hits. Ball hit high in the air, coming on the center fielder, and a little bit of a stumble, but Kerpis able to make the catch, as he tracks it down and quickly one out.
The left
Here in the
fielder,
bottom of the third inning, so
Max
Tito
Chabot.
retired on a fly ball. Brings up the top of the order, and Max Chabot grounded out 6-3, his first plate appearance. So Chabot was the leadoff hitter yesterday, went 0 for 3 for Oakville, so 0 for 4 here in the Super Regional thus far. And that pitch in there for the strike call. Breaking ball touching the outside part of the plate. Marinaro, right-hander, comes right at him with a fastball. That missed inside, and the count goes equal at 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the third inning. That pitch missed outside. Oakville, of course, out of Zone 5 along with Naugatuck, so these two teams no stranger to each other. Oakville 18-6 during the regular, Naugatuck at 16-8. Oakville was the zone champ. Ground ball up the middle, could be trouble. Taken on the backhand side by the second baseman Plasky, and it rolled out of his glove, so that's an infield base hit.
The second baseman, Cam DeFeo.
Third hit of the game for Oakville. Now they got a runner on with 1 down. And now just couldn't get down and field that. DeFeo to the plate. 0 for 1. DeFeo yesterday had a double and scored a run. Throw to the bag at first. Chabot gets back. One out, 1 on from the stretch. Marinaro, and the pitch in there for the strike. Outfield playing just about straight away. Steven Marinaro checks a runner at first. Chabot with a short lead away. They'll throw that way. Slap tag by McDonald, not in time, obviously. You know, in the bottom of the third inning, neither team is threatened here. Naugatuck did get 2 on back in the first, an error and a base hit put him on with 2 outs. There's a ball hit right at the shortstop. Flashing the glove as Jagello got 1 at second. On the first, a transfer throw by Corey Platsky. That was big-time baseball right there. 6, 4, and 3, all started by Derek Jagello. What a play is right by the shortstop. All right, we'll be back with a top of 4. This game remains empty on the scoreboard, tied at 0.
President Roosevelt signs Bill of Rights.
I've always appreciated the American Legion.
My gratitude to the American
Thank
Legion.
you all of the American Legion.
We have millions of veterans that are members of our organization.
Thank you.
The American Legion, celebrating a legacy of service to America. Find out more at Legion.
Hi, this is Michael Peterson. The American Legion Legacy Scholarship Fund is the fund created by the American Legion to help ensure a college education if your parent gave their life in service of our nation. The impact of that is immeasurable, and your donation is desperately needed. Please visit us at legion.org and join me in making a generous donation today.
The American Legion honors our newest generation of warriors and veterans. Please join us in supporting and recognizing their unique contributions and needs. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out more.
President Roosevelt signs Bill of Rights.
I've always appreciated the American Legion.
My gratitude to the American
Thank
Legion.
you all of the American Legion.
We have millions of veterans that are members of our organization.
Thank you.
The American Legion, celebrating a legacy of service to America. Find out more at legion.org.
Well, stepping up to the plate, the young man who just made a dazzling play at shortstop on a ball that took a big hop. He got to it on the backhand side. It was hit hard by DVO, but it was turned into a 6-4-3 snazzy double play. We'll lead it off here. He's 1 for 1 today is Derek Jagello, the shortstop, and the cleanup hitter for Naugatuck here in the top of inning number 4. Scoreless game out of town. We'll bring you up to date what's going on in Bristol. A 1-0 pitch is hit high here, and coming on in, the center fielder Jared Michaels will put it away, and Jagello is retired on a fly ball. Lazy one to center field on a Sunday afternoon, and you have one down here. Here comes Steve Marinero. He's 0 for 1. He's the pitcher of record for Naugatuck here into the 4th inning. And McGrath looks in for the sign, and the right-hander will deal with the bases empty, low and away. A ball 1. Oakville out hitting Naugatuck 3-2. Oakville has committed the only error in the ball game. That ball batted very high up in the air, going back. The left fielder, and he'll reach up and make the catch. As Mac Chabot, as he got a nice jump on that, as Marinero hit it pretty good, but
John Chatfield
hit it very high up in the air. And you have 2 down. Chatfield to the plate. Here on the top of the 4th, still scoreless. Chatfield grounded out 6-3, his first plate appearance. Obviously, these two teams playing out of zone 5. Into the windup is McGrath, and he comes with the heat, and that ball hit high in the air again. Michael's on his horse, and he'll make the catch in left center field. So 3 fly balls, 3 outs. 1, 2, 3 goes Naugatuck. We'll be back with the bottom of the 4th. This game is still scoreless.
I've always appreciated the American Legion.
My gratitude to the American
Thank
Legion.
you all of the American Legion.
We have millions of veterans that are members of our organization.
Thank you.
The American Legion, celebrating a legacy of service to America. Find out more at Legion.
Hi, this is Michael Peterson. The American Legion Legacy Scholarship Fund is the fund created by the American Legion to help ensure a college education if your parent gave their life in service of our nation. The impact of that is immeasurable, and your donation is desperately needed. Please visit us at legion.org and join me in making a generous donation today.
The American Legion honors our newest generation of warriors and veterans. Please join us in supporting and recognizing their unique contributions and needs. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out more.
All right, Justin Guerrera leading things off here, 0 for 1. Bottom of the 4th, Oakville at the plate. Here in a scoreless game, well played thus far into the windup, and the pitch by Marinero. Down low, and quickly the count goes 2 balls and no strikes to the number 3 hitter in the lineup here for Oakville. That's Justin Guerrera. So Guerrera at the plate trying to get something started here for Oakville. Swings at the pitch and pops it up right side of the infield. McDonald will call for it, and the first baseman takes charge, and Guerrera is retired on a pop-up.
The first baseman
brings up Hayden Beauty. So you got 1 down. Nobody on base here in the bottom of the 4th inning. A legged out an infield single, his first plate appearance. And Jagello took that extra pump at shortstop, and he was able to hustle down the line and beat the throw, so he's 1 for 1 today. He'll swing and foul it to the backstop towards us. Marinero with the tip of the cap is ready to deal again with the count 0-1. 1 out, base is empty here in the 4th inning. Pitch again popped up. Drifting into foul territory. Over comes the first baseman, Will McDonald, as he got a good jump on that. And now you have 2 down. So nice work by McDonald. Took him a second to find it, and then able to giddy up. And That's a pop-up in the foul territory. Brings up Jared Michaels. Michaels in the ball game. Popped up to the catcher and foul play. It was a fine play by Jared Allen. They had to take the mask off, and that ball was blown back towards him. Maybe a little spin on it. Very difficult for a catcher to judge it when it's behind home plate. Has a little backspin on it, most likely. First pitch in for the strike from Marinaro is his location brilliant to the outside part of the plate. Marinaro with a good-looking fastball into the windup. Comes right at him again, and another pop-up. He just chewed him up, and Marinaro will make the catch, and that'll do it. 3 pop-ups and 3 outs. We're back with the 5th. It's still a scoreless game right here on SportingNewsCT.com between Naugatuck and Oakville. The winner moving on to a matchup tomorrow versus the loser of our afternoon game, Southington and Cheshire. Back with more in just a moment.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
The American.
All right, Derek Sampaio to step in and swing away here for Naugatuck. Grounded out to shortstop his first time. Got quite a pitcher's duel going here between McGrath and Sampaio. These two teams did meet during the regular season, obviously in Zone 5. Sampaio grounds one of the third baseman, Johnston, and the throw across the diamond to Hayden Beauty, and quickly one down on a pitch. 5-3. Sampaio now 0 for 2.
Mark Nofree.
These two teams did put up runs in their 3 meetings during the regular year. Oakville winning the season series 2 out of 3. They won 5-0 in the first meeting in June. In July, Naugatuck came back to win 5-0. Then the rubber game, it was Oakville 6-3 over Naugatuck. But today, the pitchers have dominated, and that pitch is fouled back. Nofree, the batter, has a base hit. One of the 2 for Naugatuck here today. Count now 0-1. 1 out, nobody on. Naugatuck has not had a base runner since the second inning. We're in the 5th here as McGrath has really pitched a gem. That pitch hit on the air, twisting towards the foul line, and that is going to be a fair ball. Chabot just couldn't make the catch. Some people shouting foul ball. Ball had to be retrieved by Guerrera, the shortstop, and by the time he does, Nofree is in the second with a double. Good effort there by Chabot. Ball might have been windblown just a tad.
Center fielder,
very close to being a
DJ
foul
Kirkus.
ball, but he's at the bag at second. And for the second time in the ballgame, Naugatuck with a runner in scoring position. They had 2 on and 2 out back in the first and came up empty. Here's Kirkus, who's really struggled here in the Super Regional over 1+ games now. He is 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. So McGrath now dealing with 1 on, in scoring position and 1 out, and how's that? Kirkus drives one in the left field for a base hit. They hold the runner as Chabot fields it, and Kirkus with his first hit of this Super Regional will put runners on the corners with 1 down.
Jarrett Allen.
So just like that. Kirkus going after the first pitch. Runners at first and third. It'll be interesting to see what the defense will do. Coach Willett will come on out of the Oakville dugout, and he'll chat with the entire infield. Runners at first and third will put Naugatuck in a great situation. Delayed steal opportunity. Do they lay down a bunt? And what do they do here with just one out? What will the defense do to react to Naugatuck's offensive stature, perhaps? Jared Allen will come to the plate. Outfield, Chabot, Michaels, McGettigan, the infielders, Tierdo meeting at home at the mound along with Hayden Beauty, DeFio, Guerrera, and of course Johnston along with McGrath. As the strategy and the conversation has come to closure. And we're deep into this game now. It's a 7-inning ball game, so boy, and runs have been at a very high premium, obviously, and no runs on the board as of yet. So Naugatuck with a double and a single. They now have 4 hits in the game. They got runners at first and third with 1 out. Stepping up to the plate, the leadoff hitter, Jared Allen. Allen 0 for 5 in super regional play thus far, trying to get off to Snyder right now. McGrath will work from the stretch with the infield, coming halfway in, and the ball is bunted foul, first base side, towards Hayden Beauty. I just reminded Hayden he has to move on the bunt. He was covering the runner at the bag at first. Kerpis with a base hit at first. Bag at third, Norfree. Norfree will take a lead in the foul territory down that third base side. Count 0-1. McGrath from the belt. Ground ball charged by Guerrero. The shortstop comes home. They send the runner and they tag him out at home. So they had brought that infield halfway in. It certainly helped there. And they sent the runner. Norfree is thrown out. 6-3. And taking
Corey
second is
Plasky.
Kerpis. At first on the field is choice Jared Allen. So they send the runner there. Here's Plasky to the plate with runners at first and second. So 6-2 if you score. There's a ground ball hit down to Ifio, the second baseman, and on the first, and Oakville. Boy, they escape. They get the out at home, and then Plasky just grounded out, and that will do it. No runs.
We ask that you
had
please
2
rise
hits
and remove your caps.
and 2 left on the bases. They have
Let us
stranded
pause and
5,
reflect
has
on the
Naugatuck.
sacrifice of
We'll
our
be
brave men
back
and women
with the
all
bottom
over
of the
the world
5th
who
inning
serve our country and the
right
armed
after these
forces,
messages. So stay with
protect
us
and
on
defend our freedom and our way of life.
SportingNewsCT.com.
Please join us in singing God Bless America.
Not only have I learned a lot of speaking skills,
meeting these 50 other incredibly talented people,
but most of all, I think you learn a lot about yourself.
You're able to grow in so many ways.
Learning about public speaking.
You also gain a tremendous amount of friendships.
It's a nice bonus.
That's definitely a plus, I'm not going to lie.
It is definitely something that is on my mind.
It's such a great document.
It guarantees me so many liberties and freedoms.
It's looking out for me.
The significance that I place on voting.
The 8th Amendment, which deals with cruel and unusual punishment.
My comparison of the Constitution to a lens.
Not only have I learned a lot of speaking skills,
meeting these 50 other
Thank you.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways.
All right, back here at Seppa Field on a gorgeous Sunday. Haven't talked about the weather. Some puffy clouds up above, some beautiful blue. Perhaps you can see it in the backdrop there here at Seppa Field.
Robert
Field in
Johnston.
gleaming position here. I just lost my train of thought there. Anyways, Marinaro to the plate. Condition is the word I was looking for. Gleaming condition. Robert Johnston lead it off. He singled his first time. McGrath and then McGettigan the follow. And Marinaro's pitch to the plate, and that missed inside for a ball. So Johnston 1 for 1, leading it off here. Count quickly, 2 balls and no strikes to Johnston. Boy, Naugatuck thought they had a great opportunity. Indeed, they did back in the top of the 5th. They had runners at first and third, nobody out. Infield came on in. They got a ground ball. They threw the runner out the plate, and then they came up with a big ground ball out of Plasky. And that ended the threat. That's ball 4. So Johnston, game's first walk issued by Marinaro today, and that allows a base runner to reach the bag at first.
Matt McGrath.
And it brings up Matt McGrath to the plate. McGrath struck out his first time. Has a little conversation with the third base coach, Coach Gillette, and let's see, they're trying to scrape for a run here today. 4th time these two teams have met this season. Oakville took the regular season series 2 games to 3. Each team won by shutout, and in the rubber game, 6-3 score in favor of Oakville. I don't know if that means much today. Still scoreless up on the board here at the bottom of the 5th inning. And the North Super Regional loses bracket game. McGrath swings at the first pitch and fouls it straight back. So you got a runner on, nobody out. McGrath is swinging away. Marinaro waiting patiently for McGrath to settle into that right-hander's batter's box. Jared Allen to set the target behind the plate. McDonald trying to hold the runner tight at first. They show bunt, pull it back, and the pitch is in there for the strike. Marinaro came with the high heat, and the count goes 0-2. Oakville in the third base dugout. In the first base dugout today is Naugatuck. Marinaro, the right-hander. Pitch bunted up in the air. Pop-up caught. They throw to first and not in time. Scurrying back is Johnston. So with 2 strikes on him, McGrath pops up to the third baseman who is charging along. And now you have one out with a runner at first.
Zach McGettigan.
So McGettigan stepping in. McGettigan 0 for 1 today. McGettigan 0 for 2 yesterday. He's 0 for 3 in Super Regional play. Coming up here in the bottom of the 5th with 1 on and 1 out. Marinaro forced to work with a slide step out of the stretch, and the first pitch missed. Outfield straight away, Norfian left, Kerpison center, Sampaio the right fielder defensively. Here's the pitch. They show bunt, and then it's a base hit. It's kind of slapped into left center field. And the ball got away from Kerpis, and runners moving all the way to second and third. Oh, a costly break there. Johnston all the way to third alertly. McGettigan's going to get a base hit. There'll be an E8 allowing the runners to advance.
Andy Tierdo.
That is the first error. Committed today by Naugatuck, and boy, it comes at a bad time. So now you got runners at second and third with one out. Similar situation to what Naugatuck had. They had 2 on. Runners first and third to top of the 5th. So similar in the sense that they got a runner in scoring position, but not 1 but 2 does Oakville. Tierdo hit a fly ball out his first time. First pitch ball 1 here. 2 on, 1 out. Did that make sense what I just said a moment ago? Marinaro will pitch. They show bunt on the squeeze. Everybody around the infield taking positions. You had the shortstop rolling over the third base. They were charging from all spots there with the infield in. Count goes 1 ball and 1 strike. Interesting situation here. Runners at second and third. The number 9 guy at the plate. Fly ball out to center his first time. Well, they showed bunt with Gettigan, and then they quickly pulled it back, and he came up with a solid base hit. Then Tierdo showed bunt. Now the count goes 1 ball and 2 strikes as the bunt sign still on. Marinaro's coming at him. Oh, curveball. He fooled him, and he strikes out Andy Tierdo. That is a huge strikeout. Strikeouts have been coming at a minimum today for Marinaro. That's only his second, but boy, he got that one when needed. So now you have 2 down and 2 in scoring position. Top of the order, Max Chabot to the plate. He has singled in 2 tries, singled back in the 3rd inning. His first hit of the Super Regional in a big, hefty swing, and he fouls it off the end of the bat. Still scoreless here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 7-inning ball game. Marinaro looking in for the sign from the catcher, Jared Allen. Waiting is a right-handed hitting Chabot, and hits a ground ball. Taken by Plasky, the second baseman. He gets it on the first to McDonald, and Naugatuck will escape. A 1 out, second and third situation as they get a strikeout and a ground ball out. It remains scoreless in the inning. No runs. He had a hit and a walk. There was an error, and 2 left in scoring position. We'll be back with the top of the 6th, still scoreless between Naugatuck and Oakville.
I play soccer now for both my school and for my NEU Premier team. It lets me clear my head. Most people, they'll go and lift weights, or they'll read a book, or they'll have even a stress ball. Soccer is definitely my stress relief. It can calm me down. It lets me work out everything that I have. It lets me have that free time to just think, process, focus on something else if I need it. I play soccer now for both my school and for my NEU Premier team. It lets me clear my head. Most people, they'll go and lift weights, or they'll read a book, or they'll have even a stress ball. Soccer is definitely my stress.
All right, Will McDonald to lead it off. The first baseman today for Naugatuck. They threatened in the 5th, came up empty, still scoreless. No runs, 4 hits, 1 error by Naugatuck for Oakville. No runs, 4 hits, and 1 error. And McDonald has reached on an error and grounded out. He is 0 for 2 officially. Jagello in the on-deck circle to face Matt McGrath, the righty, who's been very good, holding him at bay, and the first pitch is fouled off. Count goes 1 ball and no strikes. Marinaro scheduled to hit third today for Naugatuck in this half inning of work. Ground ball hit slowly, and coming up gunning is Guerrera. Got it on the first to Hayden Beauty, who stretches nicely, and McDonald hustling down the line is thrown out.
Derek
1
Gigello.
out. That's going to bring up the shortstop. That is Derek Gigello. Gigello today has made a spectacular defensive play. Did that back in the 3rd inning. It helped turn a 6-4-3 double play. And the first pitch in for the strike by McGrath. He worked him low and away. 1 out, bases clear here in the top of the 6th inning of this scoreless affair. McGrath loves to work quickly. He's got that big bending leg kick, and there's a ground ball hit down to Guerrera. Fields it from behind the bag at second and slings it along the first. Slick play there by the shortstop, and you have 2 down.
The pitcher, Steve Marinaro.
And here comes Marinaro trying to help his own cause. 0 for 2 is Marinaro. Yesterday he was 0 for 3 at the shortstop spot, so trying to help his own cause. Winner of this game will continue to play in Super Regional Tournament action tomorrow at 6:30. The loser, their season will come to the close, as this is the losers bracket matchup of the South Super Regional, presented by Connecticut American Legion Baseball. Out of town, top of 4. Ellington is leading West Hartford. There's a ground ball taken by Hayden Beauty. Try to get it to the pitcher, and it was a throw that went awry. And McGrath nearly put a tag on Marinaro, who had turned to fair play, but he got back
the
in time.
third baseman, John Chatfield.
So let's see how they rule that. Ruled a base hit? Error. They ruled it an error? Okay, so that would go on the first baseman, I would imagine, E3. That's the call that I would agree with. So second error committed here today by Oakville. And brings up Chatfield. Chatfield is 0 for 2. So you got 1 on and 2 outs. The 1-0 pitch. And hit out the right field. It's going to scoot on past the right fielder, McGadigan. And they'll get that ball quickly to the infield as Michaels alertly backed it up. That was nearly disaster. That will go as a base hit.
The right
Marinaro
fielder
goes to the bag at third.
Derek
Bit of a gamble by McGadigan on the angle there. So now you got runners at first and third. Naugatuck with their 5th hit of the ball game, and Sampaio to the plate with runners at first and third and 2 down. And again, they'll have that defensive conversation up on the hill. So you got 2 ground ball outs. Marinaro then reaching on the single when Hayden Beauty fielded it, and his throw went awry to the pitcher, McGrath, covering the bag at first. Then you had the base hit by Chatfield just a moment ago. Marinaro showing good speed all the way to the bag at third after McGadigan overran the ball again. I don't think they put an error on that at all as the conversation continues out on the mound. Yeah, they did not put an error on the right fielder, McGadigan, as he was just trying to make an extraordinary effort to catch that ball. So Sampaio to the plate. 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice today. Did have a base hit in 2 tries yesterday, along with a walk. So he knows how to hit the baseball. McGrath for the 2nd consecutive inning, facing a first and third situation, and time has been called. Crucial moment of the game here in the 6th inning. The fastball comes right at him, and he gets a strike call. So no messing around by Matt McGrath, really challenging Sampaio there. Sampaio steps out and back into the batter's box. Marinaro leads shortly away from the bag at third. Short lead from first. Ground ball hit slowly. This could be trouble. Ifyo gets to it, hustles a throw on the first of the stretching Beauty, and they get the out there. Good work by the second baseman. Hurry after that slow roller off the bat of Sampaio, and that will end the inning. No runs. You had the hit. You had the error, and you had 2 more left. Naugatuck is stranded 7 in the ball game. We're back with the bottom of the 6th. This one's still scoreless on SportingNewsCT.com.
The American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America.
All right, Cam DeFeo, the lead off the bottom of the 6th, just made a nice play at second base. No panic on a slow roller. Made the throw to the first baseman, Hayden Beauty, and that got a very crucial out to end the top of the 6th of the scoreless game. He goes swinging after a ball down in the dirt. The count goes 1-1. DeFeo leading things off, Guerrero on deck, and then Beauty to follow. So Marinaro now facing the meat of the batting order here for Oakville. DeFeo yesterday had a double and scored a run as Guerrero drove him home. It was the only run plated in the ball game by Oakville as they lost 3-1. Lost to Southington in a well-played game. Count now equal at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Marinaro working quickly. Curveball hit high in the air. Floating in the shallow right field, and it's a fair ball just inside the line, chased down by Sampaio. Big swing of the bag at first by DeFeo, and he'll put on the brakes, and that's a base hit and a leadoff runner on base.
The shortstop,
Third
Justin
time in the
Guerrero.
game, Oakville has had a leadoff runner on, and it's going to bring up Guerrero, the shortstop. Had that RBI double yesterday, and he's at the plate now. Guerrero today is 0 for 2 against Marinaro. Marinaro looking in for the sign. You got Hayden Beauty in the on-deck circle. And the pitch, and that's a strike call. Good location on that pitch. And Guerrero held the bat on the fastball. The count goes 0-1. Marinaro checks the runner at first, DeFeo. DeFeo with a short lead away. They throw that way, and he just got underneath the tag of Will McDonald. Ball was dropped, however. The count 0-1. They'd love to pick him off the bag there. DeFeo to clean up a little bit. Outfield straight away. Northfield a left fielder. Kerpis in center. Sampaio in right. Ball popped up and out of play behind us. We're just perched off to the right side of home plate. On this gorgeous day in Meriden, Connecticut at Stella Seppa Field. From the stretch, Marinaro, the pitch, ground ball. Jagello on to second for 1. Plasky to first. And they say safe at the bag at first is Guerrero on a bang play at the bag. So he reaches on the fielder's choice. Some thought,
the first baseman,
some thought they
Hayden
had
Beauty.
it, including every infielder there in the pitcher Marinaro. That was close. 6-4 on the force out at the bag at second. So now you got one on at first with one down, and Hayden Beauty to the plate. Beauty with an infield single has popped up to the first baseman in foul territory. Coaching staff out to complain. Plasky really made a beautiful transfer throw to McDonald. Good hustle by Guerrera down the line. So he's at the bag at first. Very close play. If it was weekend play right now, we'd have a replay of that, as we'll bring you a full production for championship weekend. You could become your own judge, perhaps. Maybe you saw a pretty good view of that out of the GoPro. Pitching there for the strike call. Strike one to Beauty. Scoreless here in the bottom of the sixth. Runner gets back. Each team with 5 hits, no runs, 5 hits, 1 error for Naugatuck. For Oakville, no runs, 5 hits. They've committed a couple of errors. The pitch to Beauty. Hits it high in the air to the right fielder. Sam Pyle will make the catch. Kind of routinely hit there by Hayden Beauty. Out the right field, and you have 2 out now.
The center fielder,
Jarrett Michaels. Jarrett Michaels today is 0 for 2. Popped up to the catcher in foul play, and a little soft pop up to the pitcher, Steve Marinaro. So Marinaro has had no problems with Michaels as of yet. He's a number 6 hitter in the lineup. I should say number 5 hitter in the lineup here for Oakville. Marinaro deals. Runner goes. Throw down by Allen, and a little high, and sliding in with a stolen base is Guerrera. You know he has some pretty good speed as he disrupted that double play bid put together here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Well, that pitch was called strike. Up high in the strike zone, the count goes 0-1 to Michaels, but he's got a runner in scoring position now. Oakville trying to inch one across home plate and take a 1-0 lead. 7-inning ball game. Boy, if they score one here, it puts a lot of heat on the bottom part of the batting order for Naugatuck. 8, 9, and 1, the scheduled hitters in the top of the 7th inning. Count goes 1 ball, 1 strike to Michaels. He'll foul that off, and the count goes 1 ball and 2 strikes. Only 2 strikeouts for Marinaro today, but he got a key one back in the 5th with runners at first and third and 1 out. He got a strikeout, and then Chabot grounded out to end any threat put together by Oakville. That was back in the 5th inning. Marinaro, here comes the pitch. That ball fouled straight back, and the count remains the same at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Folks enjoying the sunshine today here in Meriden, Connecticut. Concession stand is working full steam ahead. Everybody enjoying themselves. And the pitch, that ball hit. Scooped up nicely by Chatfield. Throw across a dime and the Beauty, and the throw took him offline. Looked like it was going to be a liner that would make its way into left field, but it had so much topspin on it. Chatfield made a nice play, and I believe they'll call that E5 on the throw. Now you got runners at first and third. That'll be the second error committed by Naugatuck defense.
The third baseman, Robert Johnston.
And it brings up Robert Johnston with 2 on the corners and 2 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Johnston today is singled, and he has walked number 6 hitter in the lineup here. I should do this, and then I'd know what's going on. There you go. Correct my scorebook a little bit. We'll get the official ruling on that. Was that error or not? Did you guys rule that a base hit or error on that? Yeah. So E5 will be the correct call. Just want to make sure with the crew. They're the official scores. We just assume from our vantage point here. So here comes Johnson, left-handed hitter. What an opportunity to be an offensive hero today. He was 0 for 1 yesterday with a sacrifice bunt. Today he's 1 for 1 with a walk. First pitch in there for the strike, and the count goes 0-1. Runners at first and third. Marinaro's pitch. Runner will go on a delayed steal and just trot down to the bag at second. No one's going after him. They were just going to give it to him. Count goes 0-2 here. Marinaro's pitch is popped up. Infielder, the shortstop, Jagello will make the play, and they get out of the jam. Runners at second and third after that uncontested stolen base. Big pitch there by Marinaro, and Jagello put it away. We're back with the top of the seventh. This one all even across the board. No runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for both Naugatuck and Oakville. And we're back with the top of 7 in a moment.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion.
All right, we move on to the top of the 7th inning.
Nofri.
And leading things off will be Nofri, the number 8 hitter in the lineup. He has doubled and singled today from that 8 spot, so he is 2 for 2 facing Matt McGrath here in the top of the 7th inning. And the pitch, and he'll foul that straight back. McGrath came at him with a fastball. Nofri, Kerpis, bottom part of the order. They have collected 3 hits here today. 3 of the 5 hits have come from the bottom part of the batting order. Top half has been tamed by McGrath. Ground ball hit right back to Matt McGrath. Scoops it up. Soft toss on to Hayden Beauty at first. And Free is retired. 1-3 to start the top of the 7th inning. So you got 1 down.
The center fielder.
Brings up
DJ
Kerpis. Kerpis, who has struck out 3 times in the Super Regional, got off the schneid with that base hit back in the 5th. Hit it hard. Humphrey not able to score from the bag at second on his single in the left center field. First pitch dips down for ball 1. McGrath looks in for the sign and the righty to deal it. That's a little high and the count goes 2 balls and no strikes. McGrath today with just 2 strikeouts that came early on in this affair. He had 1 in the first and 1 in the second. Hasn't walked a batter, has overcome a couple of errors by his team and gets a strike call here. Each team has committed 2 errors and obviously they haven't hurt at all. 7-inning ball game, a run valuable now. The pitch to Kerpis, 2-1 pitch, hit on the ground, scooped up by Johnston, and the throw across the diamond and plenty of time to get Kerpis. And you have 2 outs in the inning with nobody on.
The catcher, Jarrett
Looking ahead
Allen.
to the bottom of the 7th inning, McGrath, McGinnigan, and Tierdo, the scheduled hitters, 7, 8, and 9 in the batting order for Oakville. So here's Jarrett Allen, the top of the order. His reach on the field is choice, 0 for 3. 0 for 6 in the Super Regional thus far. Base is empty with 2 down. McGrath doing his job out in the mound for Oakville. And he spins the curveball over the outside corner for the barking strike call. Chabot to left field, Michaels in center. McGettigan in right. And the pitch. Hit on the ground, under the glove of McGrath. Long way to go. DeFeo's throw off balance to the bag at first, and they got him. Hayden able to keep that foot anchored on a bang play, and Jarrett Allen is retired. DeFeo with a beautiful play at the bag at second. We've seen some defense today, haven't we? We're back with the bottom of the 7th, still scoreless. McGrath McGettigan, Tierdo, coming to the plate for Oakville. Out of town in the bottom of the 5th inning, West Hartford making a run at Ellington.
The pitcher.
As that game now at 3-2,
Matt
Ellington
McGrath.
had a 3-0 lead at one point in the contest. McGrath will lead it off here. Boy, I tell you, been a good affair between these two teams today. McGrath is 0 for 2. As he steps up to the plate. Each team with 5 hits. McGrath, McGettigan, and Tierdo, the scheduled hitters. Into the windup is Marinaro in the pitch. Ground ball slapped on the third base line. Fielded there by Chatfield, and he got it onto the bag at first, and McDonald, he wasn't messing around to see if that thing might take that extra bounce foul.
The right fielder.
And that was a good decision there.
Zach McGettigan.
Made that quick decision, able to plant the feet and get the quick out. So McGettigan stepping up to the plate. He has singled in 2 tries. Advanced an extra base on an error. And he's up to the plate here once again facing Steve Marinaro, who's pitched a fine ball game in his own right. Matt McGrath has pitched a gem in his own right. For his pitch, ball 1. Each team has had a base runner to the bag at third here today. 6 left on base by Oakville. Total of 7 stranded on the bases by Naugatuck. I thought the plate umpire was just going to get one of those ice creams as he's taking a walk to the backstop there. Count 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Bases are empty here in the bottom of the 7th inning of a 7-inning game. McGettigan trying to figure out a way to get on here. And he'll take a strike call. Not going to do it that way. As Marinaro comes straight at him. Outfield straight away. Middle infielders is set. And the pitch to the plate by Marinaro. And that's a little dribble out in front of home. Allen with the mask off will collect it, find that throwing angle, and quickly escort the ball down to the bag at first. And you have 2 down.
The catcher.
And nobody on.
Andy
2-3
Tierdo.
if you score at home, and here comes Tierdo to the plate. He has struck out and hit a fly ball out. We could be looking at extra innings for the first time in the Super Regional. This game tied at 0. Game started just before the hour of 1 o'clock. So it's about an hour, 20 minutes, 23 minutes old. Tierdo to the plate. Pitch miss, low and away, ball 1. Remember, they do have pitch counts in American Legion play, so McGrath and Marinaro will see what their pitch count is and how much further they can go. Ball popped up, and it's caught there by Plasky for the out. 1-2-3 goes Oakville. Back with the top of the 8th. We're playing some extra innings today at Seppa Field in Meriden. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. after these messages. Stay with us.
Overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
SportingNewsCT.com is now streaming your team's big game. SportingNewsCT.com is Connecticut's broadcast home for high school sports, college sports, and American Legion baseball. Whether it's football, soccer, basketball, hockey, baseball, softball, or lacrosse, we stream it live. Can't watch the game live? Then check out our on-demand rebroadcast. Want a keepsake? Download an audio broadcast or order a DVD. There's more. SportingNewsCT.com features interviews with coaches, players, and administrators. The game's on. SportingNewsCT.com. SportingNewsCT.com is
Well, this one going to extra innings as we move on to the top of the 8th inning. Plasky, McDonald, and Jagello scheduled to come to the plate here against Matt McGrath. You can pitch a limit of 105 pitches in a contest. McGrath is at 64 through 7 innings of play. Marinaro at 77 for Naugatuck through 6 innings of work. So McGrath has been a little more efficient as we move on to the top of the 8th, and the first pitch is hit to the left fielder, playing shallow as Chabot, and Plasky's twisting fly ball is caught by the left fielder for 1 out.
The first baseman, Will McDonald.
Plasky now 0 for 4 in the game. Here's Will McDonald to the plate. 7 stranded by Naugatuck. They've collected 5 hits, committed a couple of errors. For Oakville, no runs, 5 hits. They've also committed 2 errors. So McDonald to the plate. He's reached on an error, and he's 0 for 3 today. And the first pitch is ball 1 outside. McGrath still looks strong out in the mound, does the righty. Peeks over that glove as he likes to do. Tierdo will set the target behind the plate. And the letter high fastball is called strike, and the count goes 1 ball, 1 strike. Hayden Beauty playing behind the bag at first, likewise the third baseman Johnston. Middle infielders are back. Curveball off the end of the bat, rolls into foul territory. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Out of town, West Hartford is making a run at Ellington. They trailed 3-0 at one point last report. That score now at 3-2, moving later on into the contest at Muzzy Field in Bristol. Winner of that North Super Regional play the winner of this South Super Regional for the American Legion Championship. Ground ball scooped up by Guerrera. Long throw across. The ball will squirt out of the glove of Beauty and roll into right field. I would imagine they'll give McDonald a base hit on that one. And Naugatuck will have a 1-out base runner.
The shortstop, Derek Jagello.
And Jagello will step up to the plate. So runner on first with 1 down. And we'll just make sure. Johnson went to get it. It was under his glove. He had the best chance. Guerrera able to back up the play, and his long throw did take Hayden Beauty offline, but looks like McDonald was going to leg it out. So we go with base hit until we hear otherwise. 6 hits in the game now for Naugatuck, out hitting Oakville. Jagello swings and knocks it to straightaway center field. Backpedaling to Jared Michaels to put it away, and you have 2 down. And it brings up
the
pitcher, Steve Marinaro. Marinaro today is reaching an error, so he's 0 for 3. Going to run it with the bag at first here in the Looking ahead to the bottom of the 8th inning, Chabot, DeFeo, and Guerrera, the meat of the batting order. The top 3 in the batting order for Oakville will be coming to the plate in the 8th inning. Runner goes, swing and a miss, throw on down, and the tag, and sliding in safely with a stolen base is McDonald. And I believe they're requesting batter's interference. Yeah, Tirdo had to kind of make a jump shot throw down to the bag. Guerrera made it very close. Anyways, McDonald now in scoring position. The pitcher, I believe, was a ball up high. I haven't put it up on the scoreboard. And a stolen base puts McDonald in the scoring position. McGrath will work from the stretch, will check the runner, and here comes the pitch, and that's inside for ball. And time will be requested. And they're going to intentionally walk Marinaro here to put runners at first and second, get a force obviously at third if they can. Chatfield at the plate singled his last time up, so bit of a gamble by the Oakville coaching staff.
John Chatfield.
So Chatfield will step in. He'll try to be a hero now for Naugatuck on the top of the 8th inning. Had a base hit back in the 6th. He's 1 for 3 today is Chatfield. Yesterday he was 0 for 2 in game 1 of this Super Regional for Naugatuck. Last time they won a state championship was 2001. The pitcher's in there for the strike call. First one they ever captured was back in 1946 for Naugatuck. They've been around a long time. Here comes the 0-1 pitch, and that ball hit up into the air. Left fielder hardly moves, and Chabot will make the one-handed catch for the inning's final out. So they threatened with a base hit and an intentional walk. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. Now you got a total of 9 stranded by Naugatuck as we move on to the bottom of the 8th in a scoreless game. Stay with us.
President Roosevelt signed the Bill of Rights.
I've always appreciated the American Legion.
My gratitude to the American
Thank
Legion.
you all of the American Legion.
We have millions of veterans that are members of our organization. Thank you.
The American Legion, celebrating a legacy of service to America. Find out more at Legion.
Hi, this is Michael Peterson. The American Legion Legacy Scholarship Fund is the fund created by the American Legion to help ensure a college education if your parent gave their life in service of our nation. The impact of that is immeasurable, and your donation is desperately needed. Please visit us at legion.org and join me in making a generous donation today.
Max Chabot.
All right, Max Chabot to lead things off here, top of the order. He's 1 for 3 today versus Steve Marinaro as he works into the 8th inning, coming into the inning with 77 pitches. McGrath is now up over 70 through his 8 innings of work. We'll get the constant pitch count updates for you as we can as they become critical. So Chabot leading it off here takes ball 1. In the bottom of the 8th, a run will do it for Oakville. Ground ball hit down to second. Plasky, who's dependable, will field. Got it on the first to McDonald, and Chabot retired 4-3. So they have 1 out.
The second baseman,
And it brings up
Cam DeFeo.
DeFeo today is singled it into a 6-4-3 double play. Overall, he's 1 for 3 as the number 2 hitter in the lineup. He's made a nice defensive play here today for Oakville. Swings at the first pitch and quickly falls behind 0-1 on a curveball that was floating out of the strike zone. Good pitch by Marinaro as it went low and away. Here comes the 0-1. Spins another one. It's chopped up the middle. Jagello will field it and slings it onto the bag at first. A stretching McDonald will make the play. Nice work by Derek Jagello. He's played brilliantly defensively today. Made a spectacular play back in the third. And you have two down.
Guerrera.
So here comes Guerrera to the plate. He's reached on the field his choice, stolen a base. So Guerrera stepping in. 0 for 3 today. And now it's pitched down low for ball 1. Well, these two teams have come to the plate with the mindset of swinging the bat. That's why the pitch count's down for both guys. Nobody's taken too much, and these guys are throwing strikes too. That one just missed, and the count goes 0-2, so you got to swing. I don't think we've had many full count pitches today. They've had an intentional walk, and that is it. 2-0, hit up in the air. Center fielder floating back. Kerpis going back even further than we thought he might, and he reaches up to make the catch. That thing carried for Guerrera a long way to center field, but 1-2-3 they go. Back with the bottom of the ninth. We're still scoreless right here on SportingNewsCT.com.
I've always appreciated the American Legion.
My gratitude to the American Legion.
Thank you all of the American Legion.
We have millions of veterans that are members of our organization. Thank you.
The American Legion, celebrating a legacy of service to America. Find out more at Legion.
Hi, this is Michael Peterson. The American Legion Legacy Scholarship Fund is the fund created by the American Legion to help ensure a college education if your parent gave their life in service of our nation. The impact of that is immeasurable, and your donation is desperately needed. Please visit us at legion.org and join me in making a generous donation today.
The American Legion honors our newest generation of warriors and veterans. Please join us in supporting and recognizing their unique contributions and needs. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out more.
Well, on and on we go as we move on to the top of the ninth. Still scoreless. The winner of this game survives and will play tomorrow versus the loser of Cheshire and Southington, which comes your way at 4 o'clock today.
The right fielder.
Quite a pitcher's duel between
Derek
Matt McGrath
Sampaio
and Steve Marinaro. Leading things off will be Derek Sampaio. Sampaio today 0 for 3 for Naugatuck as they come to the plate here in the top of the ninth inning. It'll be 7, 8, and 9 in the batting order. Trying to solve Matt McGrath. You got a couple on back in the 8th inning. There's a bunt, and it was ruled fair, and Pierdo able to throw him out. And Sampaio, who just put it inches in front of home plate, became easy prey.
The left fielder.
2-3 if you like to score at home, and you have one down.
Nofree.
So Norfree will step up to the plate. Norfree today has 2 hits. He's got a double and a single. He's 2 for 3. Bottom part of the order has been pesky against McGrath, and he lines one up the middle. That's a solid base hit. Michaels will field it in center field. That had McGrath flinching out of the way, and Norfree with his 3rd hit of the ball game, and he becomes a 1-out base runner now.
The center fielder
brings up DJ
Kerpis.
Kerpis today has singled once in 3 tries. Number 9 hitter in the lineup. Top of the order waits on deck. That's where McGrath has had a lot of success. The top 3 guys have reached base just 3 times. Kerpis hits that high up into the air. It's going to carry to left field, and getting a jump on his horse is Chabot to make the catch on a long fly out to left field. And that, on a swing of the bat, just becomes a rather loud out.
The catcher,
Kerpis is retired.
Jarrett
nice
Allen.
play by Max Chapeau, and now it brings up to the plate Jared Allen. Allen 0 for 4. Still got a runner at first. That's not free. So Kerpis, his bat's starting to wake up after a rough day yesterday with a couple of strikeouts. Began the day with a strikeout. And he nearly got all of that one as he lofted that with a high angle swing. This is Allen. He's reached on the field his choice. And the first pitch curveball, strike one. It startles him a little bit. 2 out and 1 on here in the top of the 9th. McGrath will have to wait as time has been called for a conversation between the head coach and the batter, Jared Allen. And coaching staff's barking at each other a little bit. Both teams out of zone 5, as you know. Leaning in for the sign is Matt McGrath. Quite a matchup here. Tito to set the target. The count is 0-1 to the readied Allen and fouls that off the foot, and that hurts. Count goes 0-2 with the foul ball. They'll give him a little time. Plate umpire comes out to chat to Matt McGrath for just a moment. Well, the sting starts to leave the foot of Jared Allen. Outfield straightaway, runner at the bag at first with pretty good speed is Matt Nofri. Nofri today, couple of base hits, 3 to be exact, including the extra base double. He's going to go. The pitch is a strike 3 call over the outside corner of the plate. A beautiful pitch by Matt McGrath. He hadn't had a strikeout since the 2nd inning. Gets one here in the 9th. So no runs. You had the 1 hit. No errors and 1 left. 10 stranded now by Naugatuck. And we'll be back with the bottom of the 9th. Still scoreless here on SportingNewsCT.com. Pitch as duel continues.
Not only have I learned a lot of speaking skills,
Meeting these 50 other incredibly talented people.
But most of all, I think you learn a lot about yourself.
You're able to grow in so many ways.
Learning about public speaking.
you also gain a tremendous amount of friendships.
It's a nice bonus.
That's definitely a plus, I'm not going to lie.
Is definitely something that is on my mind.
It's such a great document.
It guarantees me so many liberties and freedoms.
It's looking out for me.
The significance that I place on voting.
The 8th Amendment, which deals with cruel and unusual punishment.
My comparison of the Constitution to a lens.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America. The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization.
All right, welcome back. Need to pause. We'll bring you some silence here as we move on to the top of the 9th. Hayden Beauty to lead it off. Got to fix the camera real quick here. Fell off his perch. Big swing and a miss.
The center fielder, Jarrett Michaels.
So Beauty fouls out to McDonald, made a nice play. Beauty had a base hit back in the second. This is Jared Michaels at the plate. Ground ball hit to the third baseman, taken by Chatfield on the backhand side. Throw to first, and it's a short throw, and Michaels is safe at the bag at first here in the bottom of the ninth inning. That'll be E5 on the throw.
The third baseman, Robert Johnston.
That is the third error committed. So now you got 1 out and 1 on. Here in the bottom of the ninth of a scoreless game. Robert Johnston at the plate. He has walked, popped up to the shortstop, and singled here today. Throw goes at the bag at first. Foul tipped into the catcher's mitt. Straighten out our pitcher for you a little bit if we can. Count 0-1 here. The Johnson with 1 down. That pitch fouled back, and the count goes 0-2. Robert Johnson today has singled, popped up, and walked, as we mentioned. You got Matt McGrath in the on-deck circle. We're in the bottom of the ninth. McGrath has gone all the way for Oakville. And Arrow has gone all the way for Naugatuck. Another throw to the bag at first. Runner got back there. For Naugatuck, no runs, 7 hits, 3 errors. Oakville, no runs, 5 hits and a couple of errors. Ball fouled off at the plate, and the count remains 0-2. A base runner here in the ninth inning. Michaels reaching on the error, their first base runner since the 6th inning when they had 2 on and they threatened. Had runners at second and third back in the 6th. Aaron Arrow looking in for the sign. Count 0-2 with 1 out. And he'll slow things down on the hill. Batter will step out of the batter's box. Runner at first with 1 down. They don't want Michaels to get a free base. He's going to go, and the ground ball hit down to the shortstop. He was heading to the bag at second, and it was hit right to Jagello. And on to get Johnson for the double play. 6 unassisted, 3, and we're on to the 10th inning of play. Still scoreless between Naugatuck and Oakville on SportingNewsCT.com.
I've always appreciated the American Legion.
My gratitude to the American Legion.
Thank you all of the American Legion.
We have millions of veterans that are members of our organization. Thank you.
The American Legion, celebrating a legacy of service to America. Find out more at Legion.
Hi, this is Michael Peterson. The American Legion Legacy Scholarship Fund is the fund created by the American Legion to help ensure a college education if your parent gave their life in service of our nation. The impact of that is immeasurable, and your donation is desperately needed. Please visit us at legion.org and join me in making a generous donation today.
The American Legion honors our newest generation of warriors and veterans. Please join us in supporting and recognizing their unique contributions and needs. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out more.
President Roosevelt signed the Bill of Rights.
I've always appreciated the American Legion.
My gratitude to the American Legion.
Thank you all of the American Legion.
We have millions of veterans that are members of our organization. Thank you.
All right, we move on to the top of inning number 10 as we continue with this interesting matchup between Naugatuck and Oakville. Nobody wants to blink. Plasky to lead it off. It's McGrath out there to work in the top of the 10th inning. His pitch count through 7 was only 64, so he has been efficient here today. First pitch is ball 1. Plasky leading it off. We'll take a strike call, and the count goes level at 1 ball, 1 strike. You got McDonald and Jagello to follow as McGrath ready to deal with a twist, the fastball. And that's going to be looped in the right field charge by, yet again, the throw to the bag at first, and just safe is Plasky. They nearly threw him out. He really had a hustle to come up with that base hit in the right field. So now you got a runner on and nobody out.
Will McDonald.
8th hit of the ball game for Naugatuck. For the first time in a long time, they have a leadoff runner on base. Matter of fact, as I look through the scorebook, it's the first time in the game they've had a leadoff runner on, and Will McDonald coming to the plate. And is the first hit for Plasky today. Yeah, out in the first, out in the second, out in the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7th, 8th, 9th. So McGrath has done a great job of keeping the leadoff guy off base, and the first pitch is in there for the strike call. McDonald today has reached on an error and singled back in the 8th inning. 10 stranded on base by Naugatuck today. McGrath from the belt will check the runner at first. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be chopped foul down to the third baseman. And actually the coach, head coach Ron Plasky. He got into a bit of a heated conversation with the umpires. I don't know what that was all about between one of these half innings here. He's a very feisty individual, I can tell you that. So McDonald with the count 0-2. Awaiting the McGrath offering. Here it comes, and got underneath it, hits it high in the air. It's going to carry to left field. Ball carries here at Seppa, but there's room for Chabot, and he makes the catch, and McDonald becomes a fly ball out. So you have one down and a runner at first, so they couldn't move him in the scoring position, and Derek Jagello to the plate. He's been brilliant defensively today, 1 for 4 with a base hit way back in the first inning, and he'll step up here. 1 out and 1 on in the top of the 10th. Been a very interesting game between Oakville and Naugatuck here today. McGrath from the stretch. Plasky with a short lead away from the bag at first, and that ball is hit into the left fielder's glove right on the line. And Jagello is retired. You have 2 down, hit it right at him.
The pitcher, Steve Marinaro.
Marinaro trying to help his own cause. It was intentionally walked back in the 8th inning, his reach on an error. Officially 0 for 3 today. He's been very good out in the mound. He's only allowed 5 Oakville hits, and we'll check that number to make sure it's correct. Here comes the pitch. Runner goes, and he popped it up. Foul play. Johnson looks like he has room towards the stands, and he'll make the catch. There is a line that I believe calls the ball out of play, a boundary line there, and he reached and actually stepped into the boundary area, so it's just a foul ball. Good call by the plate umpire. Recognize that. We're here on the top of the 10th. Still scoreless. McGrath looks in, checks the runner, and the pitch to the plate fouled off. Pitcher on pitcher here. And these 2 guys have been brilliant, McGrath and Marinaro. You cannot say enough for what they have done here today. Neither team offensively can play to run so far. We're in the 10th. Here comes the offering. Runner goes, and that ball is going to be hit into the gap left center field. Marinaro helps his own cause. Second hit of the inning, comes with 2 outs, puts runners at first and second.
The third baseman, John Chatfield.
9th hit for Naugatuck. And now it's all up to John Chatfield. Chatfield with a single and 4 tries today. Naugatuck up to 9 hits in the game. Well, he had 2 in the 5th. So it's the second inning in the contest in which they've had multiple hits. Total of 9 altogether. It'll be a conversation out in the hill there. I believe McGrath had 91 pitches, and he'll come out here in the 10th inning. So with the pitching change, we'll tell you about that on the other side. With 2 out and 2 on, McGrath will head to the dugout.
President Roosevelt signs Bill of Rights.
I've always appreciated the American Legion.
My gratitude to the American
Thank
Legion.
you all of the American Legion.
We have millions of veterans that are members of our organization.
Thank you.
The American Legion, celebrating a legacy of service to America. Find out more at Legion.
Hi, this is Michael Peterson. The American Legion Legacy Scholarship Fund is the fund created by the American Legion to help ensure a college education if your parent gave their life in service of our nation. The impact of that is immeasurable, and your donation is desperately needed. Please visit us at legion.org and join me in making a generous donation today.
The American Legion honors our newest generation of warriors and veterans. Please join us in supporting and recognizing their unique contributions and needs. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out more.
President Roosevelt signs Bill of Rights.
I've always appreciated the American Legion.
My gratitude to the American
Thank
Legion.
you all of the American Legion.
We have millions of veterans that are members of our organization.
Thank you.
The American Legion, celebrating a legacy of service to America. Find out more.
All right, new pitcher is on. Moving from third base to the pitcher's mound after a few brief warm-ups is Robert Johnston. McGrath responsible for the 2 base runners, works 9 2/3 of 9-hit baseball, intentionally walked 1, had a couple of strikeouts. Now Johnston on. Stinson has come on to play third, and foul tip into the catcher's mitt, so Chatfield falls behind here in the count. 0-1. You got 2 on and 2 out here in a scoreless game, top of the 10th inning, and Johnson trying to put out any fire that might have started here. That ball hit high in the air to the right fielder. Going back is Madigan. It's over his head. It's going to roll all the way to the fence. 1 run will score. They're going to send another one home. And in the third, with a 2-run triple, is John Chatfield. And Naugatuck has taken a 2-0 lead here in the top of the 10th inning. Both runs will be charged to McGrath. How about Chatfield? A triple over the head of McGettigan, the right fielder. That was the hardest hit ball we've had here thus far in this tournament. So 2 runs go up on the board. That was the 10th hit of the game for Naugatuck. And they now lead it by the score of 2-0. With a runner at third base. Sampaio to the plate. And the pitch up and in, ball 1. Looking ahead, McGrath is out of the game, I believe. Stinson will bat in his spot. McGettigan and Tierdo. That ball line foul over the head of the first base coach. The big hit by John Chatfield. He hit that a long way over the head of the right fielder. McGettigan had to chase it down. He went hustling to the bag at third. The ball did miss the cutoff, but there was no harm done there. That ball hit high up in the air in flight. McGettigan is over, shielding his eyes from the sun, and he'll make the catch, and that will end the inning. But in the inning, 2 big runs put up on the board. on a total of 3 hits. There were no errors in 1 left. Naugatuck will take a 2-0 lead into the bottom of the 10th in this losers bracket matchup. What a clutch hit by John Chatfield. A 2-out triple to bring home 2.
President Roosevelt signs Bill of Rights.
I've always appreciated the American Legion.
My gratitude to the American
Thank
Legion.
you all of the American Legion.
We have millions of veterans that are members of our organization.
Thank you.
The American Legion, celebrating a legacy of service to America. Find out more at Legion.
Hi, this is Michael Peterson. The American Legion Legacy Scholarship Fund is the fund created by the American Legion to help ensure a college education if your parent gave their life in service of our nation.
Well, one thing Oakville knows, they have work to do. They need to score at least 2 or their American Legion season will come to a close. The Zone 5 champs going up against the second place finisher Naugatuck in Zone 5, and Naugatuck has the lead after the mighty triple by Chatfield brought home a couple. Steve Marinaro on the mound. He's got 13 pitches left, so we'll try to keep close watch of that. Leading things off will be Stinson. He's batting in the pitcher's spot. Stinson did play yesterday. I believe, let's see, there might be an error of that. No, he didn't play. Thought he had. Count quickly goes 2 balls and no strikes here. And the 2-0 pitch in for the strike from Marinaro. Count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Into the windup is Marinaro, and the pitch, swing and a miss, and the count goes even at 2-2. McGettigan is on deck. Stinson batting in the 7th spot, hit the ground ball, slapped it down to Jagello, picks it up, and that throw on the first on time to McDonald. And the fine shortstop play continues for Derek Jagello
The
here
right
today.
fielder,
You have 1 down.
Jack McGettigan.
And you have 1 out. 5 pitches in that sequence. We'll bring it to 97. And here's McGettigan. McGettigan today has singled. It's a little dribbler. That really helped Marinaro there, and he makes the play to first. McGettigan went after the first pitch. Maybe they were unaware of that pitch count. I want to get this guy out of lineup if you can. So now you have 2 down, and Oakville down to their final at bat. And it looks like they'll bring up a pinch hitter here for Andy Tirdo.
Batting for Tirdo, number 15, Ryan Dunphy.
So Ryan Dunphy will come to hit. So Dunphy to hit. Dunphy did play yesterday. He went 0 for 2 with a sacrifice bunt, and he hits it high in the air to the center fielder. Kerpis will get underneath it, and he'll make the catch. 1, 2, 3, they go in the 10th. Your final score, Naugatuck 2, Oakville nothing in 10 fun-filled innings. I'll tell you what, Steve Marinaro goes all the way for the win. Tough luck loser working 9 2/3 as Matt McGrath. A winning hit. Well, John Chatfield in the top of the 10th with a 2-run double. Your final line score for Naugatuck, 2 runs on 10 hits and 3 errors. For Oakville, no runs, 5 hits, and they committed a couple of errors. The hitting star, John Chatfield, with a 2-run triple in the 10th. And the winning pitcher, Steve Marinaro. How about the shortstop play of Derek Jagello here today? That's going to do it. Naugatuck over Oakville by the score of 2-0. Up next, we have Southington and Cheshire, our 4 o'clock game. Come on back for that. Naugatuck moves on to play the loser of tonight's game, a 4 o'clock game at 6:30 tomorrow night. A lot of times to be given out, a lot of baseball to be played. We'll take a break. We'll say goodbye is what we'll do. We'll be back after they prep the field for game number 2 on our schedule today. Goodbye, everybody.